part of the Gymshark 66 challenge, I said that I was going to run three times a week. I said 3 times a week. Yeah, I hate running, but I love the outside. So I decided I needed something to get me fit, and there was going to be a challenge. So do what you hate like you love it. Woods, running, love, hate. And I've invested, boom, in these. These are the Nike Pegasus Trail Runners. Now, the reason I've had to go and get these is because I will be running on pretty much solely dirt, grass and tracks. Road work, nah. I need the woods, I need that nature, that disconnect, that time away, getting away from roads, people, civilization, all that jazz. And especially with the likelihood of lockdowns considerably going on through 2021, I think this might be a real little challenge. So it's gonna be a jog, let's be honest. I'm gonna try and run, but we're probably gonna get about half a mile and shit's gonna start hurting. But woo-hoo-hoo! Oh, and why I'm wearing this, I don't know, for some reason I woke up with tweaked thumbs, so I decided I was a genius with sports tape. Right, we're on. So, how are we going to go about doing what we're going to do? And the idea is to get shredded. But we are in lockdown. Britain has gone into national lockdown, which means no gyms. This is why this video has been delayed in coming up, because we started with a good 3-day gym session going on, then they locked us down. So it kind of put everything that was the plan into the bin. New plan, we're going to run, like we said, 3 times a week minimum. But we're also going to be working out at home using a lot of body weight, and also I've invested in a dip machine with a bench. So this is really, 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 really simple kit. It's a lot of pieces. Seems like a very, very small instruction booklet for such a lot of bits. So the pieces are out. Appreciate the artwork. Tools are laid and ready to rock and roll. Let's do this. More than likely written in Chinese, not going to understand the instruction book. Okay, figured out why it's a really small instruction book. Because it's just written really small. Look, what is this? An instruction booklet for ants? Anyway, I already went wrong once, but I caught it and I fixed it. Onward. Penetrate from the outside and fasten with the M8 nut. So I've got to penetrate it with my nuts. Then there's 2 screws here that it just ignores. Didn't even mention them. Nothing. Nothing. That was one of them. There she is, in all her Chinese glory. Actually, it was not too bad once you get going. Made a couple of back to front mistakes, miniature stupid instructions. Overall, I mean, it's freaking solid. Don't know how long these are gonna last, not the best quality, but we've got pull-ups, leg raises from many different variations. We have dips, we have a press-up bar machine, and we have a bench with sit-up. Well, these are supposed to help you with sit-ups, but what they're also going to be really good for is hooking your legs in when you're wanting to do some chest work. I got 2 sets of those dumbbells, but 1 set is in a state, and I'm going to show you now how we're going to fix those. First of all, what you need is awesome mates that give you some of their old dumbbells and kits so that you can train and work out. It's not always in the best shape. Right. 1 set of old weights. So this is a style of weights that I've got hold of, and I've got around about 30 kilos per dumbbell. One side completely fine, looks like this. You're thinking, why does that need cleaning? That doesn't need cleaning. Because it doesn't. In here, however, yeah. So we have a good half, bad half. Here's how we're gonna get rid of all this rust and make these usable again. Right, watch yourself planted. It's this one, not too bad. Pretty bad. Now, anyone who's owned a classic car or anything with a lot of chrome on it might know this trick. Roller Cola or Coca-Cola or any kind. We are going to dump, how many litres? 4 litres. I'm going to dump 4 litres of Coca-Cola into here with these weights. And what this is going to do, eat away all that corrosion that's on top of the plates. Then I'm going to wash them down with a jet washer tomorrow morning. Those big power ones that like you use to clean stones and all that jazz and kill kittens if they get too close. And then spray them. And hopefully we will bring all these little beauties back to life. Oh, what we don't need. Oh, Jesus. No, that's gross. Put that back. Oh. Yeah. Don't need that. So there you go. I've got all the water out from inside the box. So now all we're literally going to do is put all this onto there. Let's get fizzy. So I've had to go with a bit of a strategic layout here to try and maximize it because they were kind of not sitting flat. So might not actually be enough 4 litres to cover these, but whatever, it's going to help us more than hinder us. Let's get fizzy. Drink it up. Get it all. Soak it in, boys. 4 litres is going to be nowhere near enough. But we're doing it now anyway. It'll do a job though. It'll do a job. If nothing else, it's pretty good fun. It's probably the healthiest use of Coca-Cola that you'll find anyway. Right, see you in the morning. That I'm going to be showing you how to work out on. That's going to come in the next video. But to do that, we're also going to have our food in line. And that means macros. Now, a little bit different to what you might be used to. I will not be following a low carb diet. I want to get shredded, but there's more than one way of doing that, and I prefer the high fat approach. Why? Because fats are easier to consume in smaller volume. It's also more sustainable in terms of energy release and satiation, which means you're gonna get less grumpy. I've weighed myself each morning. I've come in at roughly around about 82.5 kilos to 83 kilos most mornings. That means that I've got a calorie allowance of around about 2,500 calories for where I want to start with. Now, that might be too low. The bodyweight work plus the runs might be more of an output than I anticipate. That will be dictated by the weight loss we see on the scales. Look at the scales and I've written on them. You log it and you move on. Day-to-day weights don't matter. It's all about the average. So we're going to be taking 7-day averages, and whatever happens from those 7-day averages, that's what we dictate happens to the diet. So if the weight drops around about 2 to 3 pounds in the first week, we're happy. Any more, we're going to put those calories up a touch. We don't mess with anything if there's a 1 to 2 pound drop each week. We just keep going the same way. As the heart gets fitter and more efficient at pushing blood around the body, push myself more in the workouts. As the lung capacity gets better, hopefully I'll actually be able to eat a little bit more and keep dropping the weight. But we'll see, and I'll take you along for the ride. So if you want to do this with me, make sure that you get your requirements for calories. What's going on with this? Is that right? You have to put up with it. Get your basic calories. Now, you can use any generic calculator for this. Just Google it, and it should give you a base calorie level. Now, for my fats, I would break things down around about 30% protein, 40% fat, and 30% carbohydrate. But you can go 40% protein, 40% fat, and 20% carbohydrate. That's if you want to go high fat. If you prefer the carbs, if you like the carbs, you want the carbs, and you're easier keeping fats down, especially since we're locked in, then you could go 40-40-20 or 40-30-30. Make sense? Get yourself started and we'll crack on. With that being said, quick physique update. Look, this is me completely in the morning. I have been running this week, so I am glycogen depleted. And this is just me, as is, no special lighting, nothing crazy going on, no mad flexing or posing, just showing you some relaxed to tensed. And this is where we're starting. Now, what I intend to do is maintain the muscle that I have and just get sliced and diced. So slowly but surely chip away at it. And we have about another 50 days to do this yet. We've got another 50 odd days. That is plenty of time to see some real changes here. Plus, because I haven't done macros for such a long time, I've just been eyeballing for, I would say, well over a year, I might even look a little bit bigger by the end because, and this is really important, by having a more balanced macro approach, it means that my days are going to be more consistent, which means my glycogen retention, recovery, times of eating and all that jazz is going to be more consistent, which in theory, could give me a better overall look in terms of holding more glycogen, holding more water, which is going to make me look fuller. And as obviously as I get leaner as well, you're going to see more detail. That'll give you the illusion of those bigger proportions from narrow to wide. It's going to be interesting. Is this right? Is this what runners wear? I've got my dry fit on from the G of S, the Gym of Shark, and I'm pretty sure there's a real special way of tying these up. I don't know it. Right, one thing I do know is this is definitely designed for running. It had the word running in the description of what it was for. So I'm going to use it. I think this bit, it makes you special. I think when you're running and you're dying, this bit here does something special and keeps you going. Also, that's a total lie. Headphones, music. I know for a fact, if you don't have music while you're running, it honestly seems like you might be dying. Music's on, zippity up running things on. And I know there's a weird way you can lace them at the top where it like traps the laces and it's all fancy schmancy, but I don't know how to do that. So I'm gonna do bunny ears round the tree. Oh, bunny fell down. Seriously, you can't tie laces. Like, what is your problem? Round the tree, that doesn't feel tight. 2, squeak. That still doesn't feel tight enough. Why can't I can't tie a lace? Double knot, done. Shoes are on. I'm going to take my phone with me, obviously because I want to listen to music anyway, and I will check in with you from on the run. Let's go. Okay. We're a little bit of the way in now, and I can officially say, running sucks. Oh, it sucks so bad. Ooh. Man, I look right. Casper the Friendly Ghost. Run, done, in the books. Jesus. What did I learn? 1, when it's cold outside, wear gloves. My hands are stinging. 2, these don't make you magic, but they definitely provide support in terms of I got no shin splints. The soles of my feet didn't start hurting, burning out. My left knee's a bit dicky, so I have to work on that. That's something to do with me, the way I run. This did nothing, but it's done. We're in the books. The bobble held up. Right, back in from a run. It's freaking freezing outside, but it's time to clean these weights and see if my little experiment has worked. Save the polar bears. And the power of Grayskull. Right, so if you remember, we filled this with Coca-Cola. I chucked the weights in, and over a 24-hour period, what I did was rotate them around so they all got covered. So now it's time to see if it worked. And we're going to blast them with the Karcher. That's this thing. Then you're just going to spray them up. They'll be good to go. Let's have a look. Okay. Right, so these are the ones that I flipped out before, and these are the ones from underneath. Definitely, oh, you can see it coming off in the water. The water is Coke, Lex. It's pure Coke. You can see how brown that's gone. So let's get these out. Will Coke kill the grass? We'll soon find out. And then give them a quick blast and we shall see if it has, wait, look at that, I mean, worked. Yep. Little baby, yes, little baby was, this is so grim. It's like a really shitty bobbing for apples. Oh, look at that, you can see how that's come up. Ooh, it's definitely made a difference to that. Ugh. Gross. If you have a look at these, look, they're coming up quite a treat. And here's one I did, just half and half to show you. So there's the bit that I've done jet rushing it, and there's the bit with the Coca-Cola still on it. Watch. So what's happened is the Coca-Cola has helped break down all that outer layer rust. Look at that, not too shabby. Right, flip them all over and get it done. Such a child. Okay, so that's them all blasted off and done, all the edges and tops, and I've made my own little bog. Check this out, look, I've used no wire brush on this whatsoever. Look at that, silvery goodness. All that rust from that handle completely and utterly gone. Just these little bits of, this is more like dirt in the grain. I'll wash that off by hand later. Now I'm going to take each of these individually onto that old towel, dry them off, then they go woof in. I'm going to go into the house, into the old drying off room, and I'm going to leave them there, let them dry off, and we'll take them out and we'll see exactly what they look like. And then pretty much I think what I'll do from here is hopefully just spray them with some metal spray that's meant for engine casings, so that should deal with that pretty well, and then that'll be it. Isn't it weird how those little circle things, those little circle bits of weights, can completely change the entire way your physique looks if you just give it some time, effort and consistency? Mad! Right, let's check out what the weights are like. Woo! It's hot. It's hot. Right, I'll just grab two of them to show you. So, hang on. Ooh, don't drop fingers, Jesus. Here we go, so that's what they've turned out like. We can see there is still some kind of permanent distortion to that outer coating, which is going to need sorting. I am actually going to have to probably hit the wire brush on these so that when I do spray them up, they aren't going to flake, which I don't want because we're in the house. And yeah, especially on this little one, you can see here, all these bits, as well as it's done on the face and all that kind of jazz. These are, if I just spray over these, it's going to flake off, which defeats the purpose because we want to keep these, we want to bring them back to life for use for long term. So, next video, we're going to go through wire brushing and spraying those, and I'll show you exactly what we end up with. And we'll cover what workouts I'm going to be doing. I'll take you through a full workout on the dip machine with the bench and just a single dumbbell, some single dumbbell workouts and just bodyweight workouts if you're trapped in there. And that's it. We're rocking and we are rolling. I hope you're all holding together in this lockdown, and remember, there is plenty of good things that we are taking out of these bad situations, like appreciating what is around us, appreciating the sounds of the birds because the traffic is reduced, appreciating the fact that we can just focus on some things that maybe we've been putting off, and we have time to focus on ourselves a little bit more. I know there's a lot of other worries, but those are things that we can't control, and there's no point in worrying about what's out of our control. Put this down. Let's focus on what we do have control over and maximize what we can do with it. Woohoo! They call me the running ninja. It is freaking freezing outside, so today on this run I have layered up. So I'm going with these base layers and ninja pants. I've got another layer to go on here. So I've got these, which are the Apex. These are the Apex ones. These are proper for running. They're like a breathable, lightweight, and a little bit water resistant. I feel like they're a bit water resistant. So these are going to go on over the top. They got zips. Oh, they got zips. Woo, fancy. Zip one, zip two. There we are, donned them. Actually, super impressed with these. Now that I started finding something more than just gym for them, I can see all the benefits. Stretch panels, the waterproof pockets, the little just details behind the knee. Just only one thing to do first. Ooh, can't be expecting a British lad to go on a run without his brew first. Good morning, mates. Hope you're having a good day. If you're not, go fucking make it a good day. Day 3, and I'm learning from the previous mistakes. No more frozen fingers. So there we are, we're starting it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have, if you like this style of vlog, please let me know. If you made it this far, give me a boom baby or a danger zone in the comment section below. Make sure to subscribe and hit those notifications because YouTube sucks so hard at making sure that you guys know that I upload. It just doesn't tell you anymore. I just, you know, maybe I should start advertising some kind of talk show or maybe get a monkey throwing poo at a giraffe. That seems to hit the algorithm. But anyway, whether this hits 1 of you, 10,000 of you, or 1 million of you, I don't care as long as it creates those positive vibes and gets you all going. Make sure to check me out on Instagram because I do my morning stories on there. I do like little mini vlogs on the stories so you can stay up to date with my coffee making shenanigans, my breakfast, my food, some hints and tips on some supplements and meals and all that jazz. You can just get a feel of what's going on day to day and getting up to film those things and having that commitment to put them on Instagram as well helps me get up. So it's all circular. So you watching it helps me get up. Me getting up helps you get up. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Oh shit. And also, damn it. Yes, we finally recorded the first episode of the podcast.
Got it right without shitty sound.
Because we did record it before. Sound was so messed up it couldn't be fixed. We've recorded it 3 times. 3 times now. And it's 3rd time lucky. And that will be going up. Well, there was a poll on Instagram actually to find out when you guys wanted it up. Let's see what that said. Is that focusing? I was saying, do you want it on a Monday or a Wednesday? 59% of you said Monday. So it looks like CREWCast is going to be up every Monday for you guys. So, a new CREWCast every Monday. Pretty much just covering life and stuff that everybody goes through day to day. It's not just pick up the dumbbell, I like to squeeze the topic, do it twisty, then I put it down, then I admire my nipple and my pec, and then I pick it up and do twisty. It's not all that. It's fun, it should hopefully be enlightening, and you guys are also going to be involved in picking the topics and what we cover as well, because we're going to put out some questions there again on Instagram and on Insta stories. So, right, seriously, I'm going to go, because that pot is boiling over. Boom, baby.